Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb and the Mechanitor, where as we can see down in the bottom right corner there's the distant shriek of demons coming our way. Yeah, those'll be sight stealers, they're awful, they're invisible until you get up nice and close to them and then they eat you in the face, and I don't really have a lot of time to deal with this nonsense. We're on Project GTFO, we are leaving this map, we are out of here, we are extending the Space Camel to accommodate more storage space, and I really don't have time for invisible demons, but here we are. We've got invisible demons. So yes, distant shriek. That is going to be something is out there. Yes, it's sight stealers. They're horrible because they're invisible. I can't stress that enough until you get really close up to them, and then they sort of appear and go, "Ha ha! We're going to eat you in the face." And I don't got that kind of time right now. We're very very focused on Project GTFO. I wanted to check in mostly on food. Okay, we've got a bunch of simple meals. I'm going to start bumping up the packaged survival meals and doing this like a lot. Because wherever we land, we're not immediately going to have a freezer. So I'd like to have a lot of food that doesn't go off. That would be ideal. So bump that up to 50. I really should have gone in the other direction. I should have done way more packaged survival meals than we've done simple meals. But here we are. We've got the food. It's not like we're going to throw them out. Oh, the demons are here. Yay! Hey, kids, the demons are here. Yeah, he's right up in the corner there, as usual, going for a bot. Team, Doug, do you shoot things? I kind of forget what you do. Yeah, you know what? You got a spear. That's good enough. It's not shooting, but it's good enough. Could we all get over here, please? And could we get the Militors over here, please? So Militor number 1, come up here and fight it. Wait, what do you mean you can't go there? Out of command range. It won't be. Dweeb will work his way over there at some point. Yeah, let's get Doug out of bed. Just kind of creep past the tiger. You don't really want to wake up a sleeping tiger. That's just a terrible idea. Yeah, going right for the bot. No surprise there. Going right for the bot. Militor 1, can you get over here now? Yeah, there you go. Okay, you figured it out. And then Militor number 2. Yeah, you're down here. Let's draft you. Also put you on auto repair. Could you get up here, please, and shoot a demon? Nothing else, going after the bots, it buys us a couple of seconds here to kind of get into range. Yeah, Militors, could you kind of go front and center on this thing, please? Just go and try. There we go. Okay, all right, we're shooting it. We're shooting it. And we're doing a bunch of headshots. Yeah, we're not keeping it alive. Yeah, that's simply not an option here. So could we actually just shoot it in the face a bunch? Yeah, just keep... Oh, God, you guys are terrible. When we land, I've got... Oh, there's another one. We found another one. Yeah, they are invisible. I don't know if I'd mentioned that, but let me just stress the fact they're invisible until you're right next to them. There's things we can do about that. That's not invisible forever. We can put up proximity sensors, and that will say, hey, invisible demon coming this way. We don't know how to do that, so if you're already leaving a comment saying, hey, Dave, proximity sensors, yeah, we don't know how to do any of that. So right now they're just invisible, and then we shoot them in the face before they eat us in the face. Yeah, just keep working on the demon there. Just any okay, another headshot. Wow, they do take a while to go down. We're not going for a no, Butch. Sorry, Butch is our newest colonist, and he's a bit of a dope. Could you not go that way, please? Could you maybe come down? No, Butch, come here. Could you come down this way? You know, not in the way of the shooting. Maybe do that. Wow. Okay, you know what? You guys just keep doing your jam, man. There we go. Okay, we got a shard out of that. That is good. That's a handy thing to have. Okay, everybody can be off draft, and I bet, Dweeb, where are you in here? Dweeb, you want to just go repair your thing? Yeah, repair the aggro hand, please. Okay, that happened. We've done... There'll be more, by the way. That's probably not all of them. There's usually, in my opinion, 3 or 4 of them kicking around, so I'm just going to kind of hover here, and we're going to keep an eye on that. What research did we theoretically do? Oh, the proximity detector. There we go. Yeah, we have no ability to do that right now. That's just not an option. So, back to work with a sense of impending dread, because there's going to be more sight stealers around here somewhere. What are you? Oh, a female crow. I'd love to tame a bunch of crows, because I think that would be really, really neat. But I've got 3 tigers to work on, by the way. Oh, speaking of which, thank you to all the comments who came in suggesting names for the tigers. I am back from my little mini vacation here. It was just a weekend and kind of caught up on comments here. I've already come to a conclusion as to what the tigers are going to be called, because, you know, we celebrate the 80s around here. So let me see. Your name Now, this is going to get complicated, but your name is going to be Tony. Uh-huh. You see where I'm going with this. And your name, weirdly, is going to be Tony with an I. There we go. You see where we're going here. Okay, I know my audience is of a certain age and recognize where I'm going. Where is the third one, by the way? Where is Tiger Cub? You're over here. Oh, you're adorable. I got to give you a sleeping spot in here so you can sleep with Doug. He's in charge of tigers. I'm going to fill his room with tigers, which is the best thing I've ever heard in my life. And you are going to be Tony with an E, and I don't know how to do the little accent over the E, the acute accent there. I don't know how to do that. So we have now, of course, Tony, 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 because of course we do. Oh god, we've got to get out of this map. This map is awful. Okay, back to work, team. Again, we are extending Space Camel Alpha here to incorporate more of our stuff, because I've kind of filled the camel at this point. We're full up on camel. Hey, Butch, remind me about who you are. Yeah, you're terrible at all combat. Yeah, you're going to stay at the back. Smog, you're not bad, and I have not given you anything to shoot with yet. Now that you've gotten over your crippling genetic drug addiction, you could actually contribute to this colony. So when you wake up, I've got a spare rifle down there. We'll give that to you. We packed up a lot of things. We packed up many, many of the things that we need. In fact, what is really left that we need at this point? We're not doing clothing. We don't really care if we take the bows. I'm not going to get super finicky. I'm not going to start taking lights apart and doing all of that stuff, or and the dressers or anything like that. We can build those new when we get there. My real focus would actually be getting the stone blocks in place, because those take time to produce. And actually, while I'm looking right at them, could we harvest that heal root? It wouldn't be bad to land with an extra bit of medicine. I see there's a zillion potatoes up here. A zillion, I say. A zillion potatoes. Let's keep, you know what, let's bump that package survival meal up even more. Just make tons of these things, because I don't know how long it's going to be after we land that we won't have food. Or rather, we'll have food, but we won't have a freezer to keep it long term in. And those simple meals, they don't last that long. Okay, we've dealt with demons, frankly. Can I pack these up? No, I can't pack those up. And I can't pack these up either. No, we'll just have to deconstruct those. On our way out the door, basically the last day before we leave, I'll start deconstructing all of these, try and get some components out of them. The real factor on when we're leaving is Lee down here. And what is your name again, sir? Zakar. Okay, they're leaving in 2.6 days. So in 2.6 days, we will execute Project GTFO. We do have some stone blocks in here. I'd like to see a lot more. That's primarily what this space is going to be for. So get things moving a little bit faster, and keep half of a good eye out on, extra demons that might be popping by at any moment here. Yeah, everybody focus over here except for whomever's doing the cooking. Oh, Smog, you're up. Could you go get that rifle, please? Yeah, equip that rifle. It's right down there in the camel leg. Yes, I know, Doug. Camels are not known for their storage capacity, except in the hump bit. I should make a little hump up here. That'd be fun. Not right now. Let's focus on Project GTFO. But yeah, I should make another little hump bit up here. That'd be wicked fun. Visitors, cool. They're not demons. Neat. They might have a few items to trade. Sure, they're going to have some heal root, and they're going to have like a shirt or something, and probably some sort of basic weapon. But we'll take a peek. We'll have a look at them. Dweeb, you're terrible at everything. Why don't you go trade with them? Grav core detected in an ancient stockpile. Okay, what does that mean to me? Slam it into pause mode. I know what it means. It means we found a grav core. All right, underground stockpiles must be hacked to enter. Okay. So I'm not seeing an immediate danger here. Immediate danger. Where is it? Is it going to be halfway across the planet? Or is it going to be relative? It's actually not that far away. That's going to take a few jumps. We can't fly there immediately. We're going to have to go here and like chill for a bit, and then here and chill for a bit, etc., etc. But it's not completely far away. That could be a really good first contender as to where we want to aim for, because I don't think there's anything closer than that. No, there's one up there, and that's about it in the immediate range. There's one way down here, but that's in the middle of nowhere. Tell me about the terrain up here. Like, what am I working with? Large hills, some caves, okay. There's a bit of agave fruit there. Not a very long growing period, but we can kind of cope with that. We're going to have, tell you what, we're going to have a ton of meals by the time we get there. Again, I can't do it in one jump, but we can work our way over there over time. That's not a bad idea. We're going to keep an eye on that one. That's got a lot of potential. I would not mind getting another grav core in so I can extend Space Camel Alpha to have any sort of storage capacity. Okay, you have no components for sale. You do have some medicine. I'd be inclined. I'll take your medicine. Yeah, I'll definitely buy that. Wait, what is Sentience Catalyst? A single-use dose of mechanites used to enhance neural pathways in animals, permanently increasing their trainability and reduce. I'm going to make a tiger sentient. Yes. Yes. I don't care. Everything else, every other project I'm working on is getting backburnered in favor of this. I don't even care how much it costs. I'm going to make a sentient tiger. I'm going to say, hey, tiger, how's life? And tiger's going to be like, hey, it's pretty chill. You know, I'm a tiger. And I'm basically largely at the top of the food chain. I kind of dominate in whatever area I'm putting. So, you know, being a tiger, it's a pretty good gig. And I'm like, wow, you are so cool, tiger. And the tiger's going to be like, yeah, I kind of am a big deal. I'm going to make a sentient tiger. I'm going to reinforce barrel. That would actually be a strong idea. And I've got a little bit of money to spend, and I've got a bunch of stuff to sell. So we can get rid of all of these garbage bows. Boy, those EMP grenades. I'm going to keep them because they're not worth much. But they'd be worth a lot more if we bumped into some mechs who might want to get shut down for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those. We're going to sell a lot of clothing because I can make more clothing. That's fine. I can do clothing. And some of this, like that parka, those are worth a lot of money. I could actually walk out of here with a profit and a sentient tiger. Oh, it is Monday morning, and I'm having the best day. I'm just having the best day right now. Keep the kids stuff, because I often forget to clothe the children, so we'll keep that in stock, and I will absolutely accept this. Kana in the encampment, what's up? While talking with the trader Christian, Dweeb learned of a location of camp controlled by the Pokefolk. Hostile pigskins, but you don't know what defenses they have. Okay. Where is that in relation to us? That is kind of in the other direction of where I want to go. I want to head in this direction. Good to know. I don't know if we're going to focus on that, but thanks for the tip. More importantly, where did you guys... Yes! Where did you guys drop my sentient tiger formula? Now, the real question is, do I give this to Tony, or Tony? I feel the adult female would be my best shot there for reasons that I can't adequately explain. While I just happen to be looking at this, are we chopping up demons? Because yeah, we're not. Let's go ahead and chop up any demons. The tigers will be more than happy to eat that. Tigers don't care what they're eating. It's one of the reasons they're at the top of the food chain. I dealt with you. Okay, everything needs to stop so I can make a sentient tiger. So, animals. Yeah, Tony with an I. And by the way, let's make sure we're training Tony with an E to do anything at all. So, Tony with an I, how would you like to be sentient? Oh, this is the best day. It's like 8:30 on a Monday morning, and I'm having the best day right now. Doug, you're in charge of tigers. Could you... no, don't haul it. I don't want to haul it. No, don't use it. I want you to use this. No. Where are you taking this? Where are people taking things? I need to keep an eye on this. I'm not losing my sentient tiger. Here comes the Smogster. Where are you going? Where do you feel you're putting that? You're putting that down in here. Okay, so maybe we probably don't have the... Okay, it's here. You know what? Just forget it. Oh, this is done. Hang on. We're going to get back to tigers in a sec. Believe me, I assure you that's a real thing. Let's just kind of start putting this together like this, and then deconstruct this bit like that. That'll give us a lot more storage space. I might move the grav core, like bump it over here, but I'm not going to sweat that right now. Doug, my tiger guy, can you now use this on... Hang on, back that off, Doug. I don't remember which Tony we're doing this to. Tony with an I. Okay. So where is Tony with an I? Just so I know where I'm going here. Up there. Okay. Dougster, could you make Tony with an eye sentient, please? Wait, am I sure that which... I don't know which one this is. That's Tony with an eye. Okay, Tony with an eye is like parallel with the fire. Doug, one more time, kid. I know, it's very confusing. I want to make sure I get the right Tony. You would too. Use the sentient catalyst on Tony with an eye. I'm having the best day. This is just the best day. Oh, this is wonderful. What a great Monday I'm having. Go ahead and, yeah, pump that in there. I just want to see what happens here. So, Doug's going to inject a tiger. That sounds like a terrible way to start your day. That tiger's going to eat your face. So, you are now sentient. Is that the deal? Okay, does that open up, Tony with an eye, any new training for you? It doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to right now. We'll kind of see how that goes, because you've barely been trained. Like, we haven't had you for very long. And Doug's just one guy. He's got 3 tigers to deal with. Anything new in, like, social or anything like that? Needs? No, your needs are the same. Food and sleep. And you're pregnant again. I don't think I knew that. Great, more tigers. My idea of a tiger farm is going along really well. Oh, Tony with an eye. You're a sentient, pregnant tiger. This is the best Monday. Okay, back to work here. So this has been taken down. Great, good. So we got that covered. And I don't know, do I want to bother with a power setup in here? I don't know that I do. Oh, and also, where's my... Yeah, we want to... The whole point of this is to expand the storage zone over here. All right, where are we at on the prisoners here? Again, this is the timeline on Project GTFO. Once they're done, we're out. So 2.3 days and a sentient pregnant tiger. I love this game. Okay, keep moving things along here. I might have to designate somebody else to be on animals. I'm going to have an exceptional amount of tigers here. Dweeb's chopping up the demons. Great, that'll be food for the kitties. They'll love that sort of thing. Doug, I got to cram some more tigers in your room. So let's do... Okay, don't do like an animal bed because we're out of here. I want to do that, but don't put an animal bed in there. Can I deconstruct these? Sure can. Okay, cool. We'll deconstruct those. We're taking the tiger beds with us, of course. That goes without saying. Shamblers. Great. Zombies. Neat. Cool. They're way over here. So... That's kind of somebody else's problem. They're not going to attack us unless they actually see us. They're tanky. They take a lot of bullets to go down. They're very, very tanky things. But I don't think we need to sweat them right now. I don't know. Yeah, see, the problem is somebody might go over here to haul this stuff. All right, let's create kind of a avoid the zombie zone here. So give me a new area here that is called... No, okay, with the capital is good too. No shamblers. All right, so no shamblers is the name of our new zone. Invert that, thank you, and then clear the no shamblers zone so we don't go anywhere like here. All right, we don't go anywhere in this direction. They're not going to wander wicked far before they completely disintegrate, but yeah, let's just not go like anywhere over here. That should be fine. And then immediately remember to actually put those there. So put people in the no shambler zone. There's new research that'll be about the shamblers. Make sure that the tigers go in the no shambler zone. And just basically, yeah, you guys, the guys who are unrestricted, you guys go into the no shambler zone. All right, the visitors are leaving. That's fine. I have a sentient tiger. So what research did we draw? Shamblers. All right, so if we ever get any sort of dark rituals going along, we can bring some more of them along. You say, Dave, that sounds like a terrible idea. Why would you actively attract zombies? Well, you know, you can capture them and learn things from them and things like that. What did we do? Blowback operations. Okay, we're getting through some research here. What else could we be doing? You know what? Let's learn fishing. We might land somewhere where we can fish, and that's a really, really easy source of food. In fact, are there any fish in here? I know we've looked at the puddle before. I don't think this puddle is big enough to sustain large life. Bacteria maybe, but not fish. Stone blocks moving in. Excellent, good. That's what I want to see. How many more are left over here? Not too many. Not too many. There's a lot of potatoes. We're not sowing this, right? Yeah, no, we're not sowing this area anymore. We're just going to get what we can get and call it a day. And we should not be sowing any of these. No, we're not sowing any of those areas at all. This is all fine. So this is good. You know, right on our way out the door, we're getting a ton of food. coming in. Just like so much food coming in here. Okay. What else do I think I want to do in basically 2 days? Nothing really. I want to focus more than anything on hauling. Is there anything else in here that I feel we just don't need? No, this actually all looks like good stuff. Uranium, all the textiles are coming in. Some of the benches, some of the production benches, we packed those up, put those in there. Don't really need to be doing any hunting or anything like that. I think food is covered for our journey. And indeed our arrival, and indeed hanging out for a while. So what are we going to be leaving behind? Things I don't care about. Some loose clothing and some chairs. Not worried about any of that. Can I pack these up? No. All of these things are going to have to get reconstructed somewhere else. All right. And any chance of getting some psychoid before we leave? We did put the tea in there, right? I don't want to have to start the whole mad dash for psychoid when we get there. What is this? Oh, it's one of the happy tree seeds. Maybe. I wouldn't mind selling it to someone that has a value. Yeah, we're packing all the tigers into Doug's room. Doug's having a good time. Just wakes up, there's 3 tigers with the potential for a 4th. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna name another tiger. I've run out of Tonys. You see my problem here. Anything else we could be mining in the immediate area that's not in the notion? Oh, wait a minute. We got tons of steel over here. We have a lot of steel coming in. Did we finish the back of the space camel, by the way? Where do we live? We're over here. Oh, yeah, that's all done. Yep, that's all covered. I should probably put a door here or something, but we're not going to sweat that right now. We're just basically ready to get out of here. Thing is totally fueled. Maybe we should bring some more chem fuel. Let's put a high-grade explosive in an enclosed area. Sure, yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure oh, they were already doing it. We probably don't have enough trees. That's fine. We can cut down trees. Trees can happen. So cut down, I don't know, like that many. It'll give the Agrahans something to do more than anything. I don't think it's doing too much. One of the Shamblers is dead. Oh, but they're all dead. Oh, they're all dead. That's fine. We dealt with the Shambler issue. Okay, everybody can go back into unrestricted, and then the wildlife, not the wildlife, the animals can just sort of stay around the home zone. And then the mechs can kind of do their thing. So the lifter can go into unrestricted, and the rest of them are fine. Yeah, that's just fine right now. I don't even care if the Agrahan can't get everything. Doesn't matter. And the construct. Yeah, this is. Hang on. Go back to that. Which one was in no Shamblers? The Agrahan? No, you can just be in the home zone, dude. Don't wander too far. I think we got food covered here. We have an exceptionally large amount of meals. So 75 on those. How are we? Are we making the package survive? Oh, you know, we may not have someone with high enough skill. I think we've covered that before. Yeah, we just don't have anyone who can actually do package survival meals. It's a surprisingly high skill level. In that case, why don't we just keep making the regular meals, and then Mitsuya, who is our cook. Mitsuya, what's your skill level now? It is 7. I think you need 8. You're pretty far away from level 8, too. Is there anything else you could be making? We don't really have any meat. I could say we make some fine meals, but... Okay, just keep doing your thing there, Mitsuya. Maybe we'll just bump up some more simple meals, if only to get your skill level up. If we don't get a freezer put up very, very quickly, these are all going to deteriorate quickly wherever we land. But just keep it working. Keep it moving. We'll have to focus on that. Wherever we plunk down, it's going to have to be immediately freezer. I do see we've loaded up quite a few components, so that'll be covered. There's some steel in here and plenty of stone blocks. I weirdly, the second we land, instead of focusing on somewhere for these people to live, we might just have to pop up an immediate freezer. Ooh, lots more steel up here. Yeah, let's make sure we're really, really prioritizing getting steel in here, because once again, there's a red fox hunting the kid. Okay, kid, that's kind of on you, isn't it, really? Where is Chella? Chella, don't get hunted by things. That's a terrible way to spend your day. Can we get Chella down here, please? And everybody else. And this is a distraction, Chella. It's way up there. I think it might have just stopped hunting you. No, it seems real keen on eating the kid. I get it. I mean, the kid's like, you know, much good meat if you're a fox. Not much good meat if you're anything else, but if you're a fox, you're not eating a huge meal. You could definitely snack on Chella here. Hopefully, wow, you missed every single shot. There's 6 of you here. Not one of you could hit that fox. Okay, that was terrible. Everybody go back to work here. Oh, there's something we could eat anyway. Chella, did you actually get injured by that or anything? No, I mean, your ear is still gone. It hasn't magically regenerated. I said your ear. Your ear. Never mind, I'll write it down. Okay, we've dealt with that issue. That's fine. Who has tattered apparel? Mitsuya. You're naked. Why are you wearing anything at all? You have a mask. Okay, we'll drop the mask. Okay? Don't wear the mask if you don't want to wear the mask. You're a nudist. The last person who should have tattered apparel is the nudist. I kind of feel you cover your own bases there. Well, you don't, actually. That's kind of the point of being a nudist. No bases are covered at all. Alright, I'm still going to run out of storage here. And I want to get a ton of that steel in here. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff we need. We need the tea, we need the... I'm not leaving plasteel or uranium behind. Do I think maybe I've got time to work on a second leg? Probably not. No, we should go with what we've got. We're just going to have to take what we can get. And just get out of here. What? A distress signal. Oh, yeah, no, we won't be doing that. A frantic voice begging for immediate assistance. Yeah, no. See, we're busy. We're on Project GTFO. And it's getting down to countdown phase here. So, Lee, and speed things up a little bit here. Lee, 1.1 days, and Lee is out of here. Sorry, what are we actually getting for this? Again, I know I keep checking on that. Is that the prison warden one? Yeah, healer mech serum, 11 glitter world, and a ton of gold. That's actually very, very cool. That's a lot. It's worth it for the gold alone. Dweeb's chopping some things up here. We're going to leave these in the freezer until the very last second. Ooh. That'd be a great idea. You know what, Dave? Speaking of which, because you want to maximize storage space here, why don't you put up some shelving? That will be a lot more storage space. So put up shelves like here. I know you're saying I don't have enough wood. We will. Don't worry about it. We will have enough wood. That and that. And that's about all I got, kids. I could throw another shelf in here. Hang on. There's a raid. Okay, what? The Bakwanaho. Okay, they're going to prepare for a while and then attack. How many? We don't know yet. All right, turn everything on here. That's... Oh, whoa. Slow it down there, kids. Slow it down. That's slightly more than I'm comfortable with. Although they're all melee. They all have hitty weapons. Uh-huh. Okay, where do you think you're preparing for a while and then attacking? This is a problem. Because I want to put everyone in the runaway dweeb zone. But two things. One, the trap corridor is not really finished because we've taken out a mega sloth. You're saying, Dave, you should put a door in your trap corridor. And I'm saying, I got a free mega sloth out of that. Okay, how many mega sloths do you have? Because I have one right now. It's going to bleed to death and then we're going to eat it. So, I don't want to put everyone in the runaway dweeb zone because the trap corridor is largely ineffective at this point. There's like one trap left in there. Also... I just got a feeling they're going to go smash up my space camel. And that ain't no good. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a space camel smash. So we're just going to have to kind of play this one by ear. And by that, I mean we're just going to have to wait for them to come to us. And then hopefully we can get them in a nice choke point or something like here, over here. But I am very concerned about my space camel. Beta, where are you going? Harvesting ambrosia. Cool. That's a really good source of money. That's great. Could we just sort of, We're gonna kind of call it. I need Beta because Beta can shoot. Beta has a degree of shooting with the pump shotgun. Maybe we just go to them. That's not the worst terrible idea I've ever had in my life. We're not taking him prisoner. I can tell you that right now. So all my shooty folk come over here, and my mechs, my militors. Yeah, you are also coming over here. You come over here, and then the other mech. Where did you go? Yes, I know I should put these in different groups or something along those lines. We'll look at that in the future. We have a project going on. We have a project. It's Project GTFO. We're going to leave, and I'd really rather not get distracted by putting the bots into different groups and stuff. You'd think they could handle that sort of thing. Doug, you want to... Oh, no, wait. Sorry, Doug. You're not in the shooty team. Never mind. You're not in shooty team. Butch is not in shooty team. Sherman definitely not in shooty team. I could bring the melee folks down, but I'm going to focus on shooting because they don't have guns and we do. So, I mean, the inherent advantage lies in the guy with the gun, because it's going to take you some time to walk up to him and stab him in the face, and in the meantime, he's shooting you. So I think, against my better judgment, we're going to take the fight to them. And we move this on a little bit faster here. If we found a bunch of maybe good trees to take cover behind, like sort of here-ish, and put that, yeah, we might be able to get a few shots from where we are right now. Let's get the Minotaurs up front, because they are sacrifices more than anything. They're just creatures to be sacrificed. So a creature is a loose term. I mean, they're robots, they're machines, they're no better than a vacuum cleaner. Let's go here, and maybe we can get some shots from there. Do we think we got a shot on there? Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay, we're gonna get a little closer. Go down here, and you guys kind of go here. Somebody with a rifle must have a shot at this point. They've got to have a shot. So, yeah, okay. Lumpy's in. Lumpy's figured it out. I really got to stop taking dweeb on these things. Okay, they're beginning their assault. That's cool. One of them's already down. Too bad I can't take an ear off of him, because that'd be super handy for the kid. The kid would love to have an ear. He's been complaining about it. All right, so more shooting. Yeah, see, when you're melee, the advantage kind of lies in the guys with the guns. And you're dead. Okay. That has broadly resolved itself. Everybody can go off draft. I would love... first of all, I can't even begin to pronounce your name. We're going to call you Winnie. Yeah, you're going to be dead in 14 hours. You have to mention you're frail. See, that works against you. In the sense that I'm just going to leave you there to die. Sorry, yeah, you're in intense pain. Yeah, we shot you a bunch of times. I mean, you have some skills. You don't have no skills. But that dementia and frail is going to work against you. How old are you? Yeah, see, you're 80, Winnie. You're 80. This is a younger crowd. Dweeb's a teenager. Who needs medical treatment? Oh, we found another one. Okay, didn't really see that one coming. I should have. Can we get everyone back on draft and get up here? Sherman, you've got a club. Hit the guy. You're terrible. You're going to be terrible at it. You're 13. I'm sending a 13-year-old into combat. Oh, there's worse things. Oh, yeah, Sherman's definitely down. Sherman, you may not be on Project GTFO. All of you guys, every one of you, just come up here. Thankfully, after that, he's probably going to go for the wind turbines, because that just seems to be a theme with these guys. They're kidnapping Sherman. That's less good. Little hustle, guys. Little hustle. Could we, wow. Bye, Sherman. I don't know if I can maybe take a shortcut over here. Can you guys get over there? And the Minotaurs can just keep moving with Dweeb, actually. You guys go up there. Wow, Sherman. So, in my mind, I'm coming to rescue you. Okay? I am. I'm actively trying to rescue you. Guys, yeah, they're over there now. In another part of my mind, Sherman, that's one less person who has to get on the spaceship. Lumpy's hiding in their room. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I think Sherman, bye. Okay, yes, Sherman has indeed been kidnapped. Yep. Oh, what is that little marker? Oh, you're sad because Sherman got kidnapped. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Right. Okay. Everybody go off draft. I'm still having a great Monday because I have a sentient tiger. We've lost Sherman. And I do mean we've lost him. I don't know where he is. Sherman has indeed been kidnapped, yeah. An opportunity to rescue him may present itself in the coming days or years. Right. Lumpy's having a bit of a freak out. Cool. That's fine. And then the Minotaurs can go off draft, please. So yeah, off draft for you guys. So we've misplaced a colonist in that they used to be here and now they're not, and we're not really sure where they are. That's kind of the nature of losing a thing. This will not deter us from Project GTFO. Because honestly, if we were going to lose somebody, Sherman was not the worst. Butch, I see you've put on a hat. I'm distracting myself from the fact that somebody just got kidnapped. You've gone with the Altec skull cap. Totally, really unnecessary for you. But hey, whatever. I might have you drop that, and maybe we could sell that. Or I'm probably just going to leave the hat on, Butch. Is it because you had the shocking pink mohawk? Are you a little embarrassed by that now? Was that like an idea you had at the time, and you're like, dang, now my hair is pink like all the time until this grows out? Like, it was fun for an evening. You know, we went out, and we're like, oh wow, you got a shockingly pink mohawk. And then the next day, you got to go to work and explain it. And they're like, dude, we try to work in a professional setting here, and although we celebrate you, Butch, as an individual, maybe not the shockingly pink mohawk when you work in a bank. So you put a hat on. That's cool. That's fine. Let's just keep focused on what we're doing here. Put the agrobots rather back into unrestricted, or the agrobot rather, because I want to get some trees chopped down so we can get those shelves built. We're just going to we're not going to forget Sherman. Sherman existed. It's just, has the colony changed that much? That's what we're asking. Has the colony really changed that much with the absence of Sherman? And I think the answer is no, because what we've gained is a sentient tiger. And that's super fun. Also a megasloth. See, they used up all the wood to reset the traps. That's fine. You know, traps are a great thing to have. Are you resewing this? Yeah, let's not bother, kid. We'll just take what we can get. We're out of here in a day. Yeah, don't bother resewing that. That's a terrible idea. Okay. How are we going to go put together the next day or so? Again, check in on these guys here. 10 hours. Okay, let's start to pack some beds up. My idea... No, don't reinstall it. Just uninstall it. My idea is that when we land, wherever that may be, I'm just going to start destroying the local ecosystem and taking down all the trees that we can possibly take down. The last thing I'd like them to do is actually just get some shelves put up so that we can have a little bit more storage space. That will kind of be a little more efficient. Yeah, Butch doesn't have a bed. I know, Butch. You can find somewhere to sleep for the immediate future. Beta, is this a good bed? Yeah, it's actually a good bed, so we'll take that one with us. That's about all we're going to get. You know what? Let's start to pack up the research desk, uninstall that. We're working on fishing, and we can continue to work on fishing later. And then everything else can just kind of stay here. We're just going to burn this. The last thing, literally as we're getting in the ship, I'm going to start deconstructing the power. Wait, are we sewing this? No, don't sew anything here, guys. Sew nothing. Not even the psychoid. We've got enough tea to keep us going for a little bit. Yeah, no, don't sew any of these things. Make sure don't sew anything that I just selected. Thank you. Guys, yeah, Butch is going to sleep in here. That's fine, Butch. And Beta's going to... I'm not sure what Beta is doing to Butch. It's probably best not to ask. He's probably asking about the new hat. Like, hey, remember that kid Sherman? Oh, you have a new hat. Let's talk about that instead. All of this is fine. Yeah, this is great. This is all food coming in. You know what? I think we're just going to blow off the cutting, too. Let's just not get any... Let's just really focus here, guys, on getting out of here. You know what? If you want something agricultural to do, chop down more trees. That'd be a real good thing to do. I want to get those shelves put up. So if you got nothing to do and you're really keen on gardening, go into lumberjacking instead. The agrobots coming in. I don't know how it works with the bots or the tigers when we leave. I assume they would just be kind of part of our crew. I certainly hope so. Anyway, I'm certainly not leaving 3 tigers behind. If the question is, are you leaving this terrible map and this shambles of a colony to start anew? Or are you leaving 3 tigers behind? We'll stay here. I will stay here and make this work with 3 tigers. The shuttle is here. Okay, good. So auto load that with the 2 guys there, Zakar and Lee, and let's just get him out of here. Hey, Chella, you're a tiny child. Can you go haul this adult male to the shuttle, please? And Smog, you're not doing anything vitally important. Go get Lee in the shuttle if you could. And I can deconstruct those beds too. Get those out of there. So we'll get the guys out of here. We'll get our stuff, our rewards for that, which is no small reward either. pretty good rewards. And then continue Operation GTFO. Shelving. Shelving, 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 please. In fact, I could squeeze another shelf. Camels, really not built for storage, except in that one hyper-specific area. Get another shelf in there. We could get another shelf maybe down in here. That's a good spot. It just makes storage more efficient. We can put more things on shelves than we can on the floor. So move everything along. Get these guys. Yeah, Chella's moving this guy in. And do we get both of them in there? Yeah, contents Lee and Zakar. Off you go. My pods are here. Oh, okay, yep, there we go. There's that, and that. That's all really, really good stuff. I could... Where's Chella? If I gave you the healer mech serum... I gotta... What? Oh, Mitsuya's on a psychite binge. Don't drink Smog's tea. He needs that to literally stay alive. I know we need a research bench. Yes. So if I gave Chella the healer mech serum, that's basically a 50-50 on what it's gonna fix. It might fix the ear, or it could just regrow an arm. And then just kind of, I don't know, pop the prosthetic arm off and regrow another arm. I know, we've completed a quest and Mitsuya's having a bit of a day. Really, like, seriously, don't drink all of Smog's tea. He literally needs it to stay alive, please. And also, I know Mitsuya's our cook, so this isn't going to happen. If we have any more... Yeah, okay, we are doing it forever. Yeah, if we have any more psychoid leaves, you know, definitely go ahead and make those into something. That's totally cool. This one, I'm going to focus on just food. So just meals. Okay, just start to load up the meals in here. And that, you know, whatever we put on those shelves, that's probably going to be a good amount of food to do what we want to do. And then the other stuff, you can put whatever the heck you want on there. This is just to get stuff off the floor and into a more convenient location. I'm seeing 8 cups of tea here. And hopefully Mitsuya is not going to go ahead and drink the rest of them. And then I'm going to bump the priority on this. Oh, it is already important. Okay, it is already important, so it's lower than this shelf. They'll put things on the shelf first before they put them in the freezer. I think we're almost ready to leave. I feel we're almost ready to leave here. Let's start breaking some more beds down. Any beds are fine. Uninstall that. This does not need to be a prisoner bed anymore. And am I basically at the point where I can start breaking down power? I feel the answer is a loose yes. I want to maybe prioritize. Yeah, Lumpy, maybe don't take the food from here. Maybe don't take the food from here. I think Mitsuya... No, she's having a snack. Okay. I just want the food moved. And you know what? How about we just don't store meals in here? Okay, just start putting all the meals over here now. And because we need them. And then how about maybe this one, just so I know where things are more than anything. By the way, nothing rotten in either of these. Yeah, nothing rotten here. This one, I'm just going to put only medicine. So just so I know where all the medicine is at one time. Because we've got quite a bit of it. I'd like to make sure I know where it is. And then maybe another one for meals. Just put all... No, so clear everything. Nothing rotten. Only meals. Critical. And I got to change the medicine one over to critical, please. And then anything else, just keep moving. Yeah, everyone's going to have a break risk. I get it. Mitsuya's having a day. Everybody's having a day. We're just trying to move the food. And then we can just kind of break down the power things, try to get some last-second components. I think this entire storage zone can just go at this point. Just delete that. We're out the door. We are out the door momentarily. Some of the bots are in the charger. We'll see what happens when we actually hit the launch button. I'm assuming they're going to come with us. He says optimistically. They better darn well be coming with us. Looks like we got tons of stone blocks in here. They're starting to load up meals. We just need... Can we actually focus, guys? So, Beta, start hauling. Lumpy, what are you doing? You're refining chem fuel. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Dweeb, you're meditating. That's a terrible idea. So, haul that. Chella, just haul meals. Everybody who's not insane or meditating, start hauling meals. Okay? Haul that. Butch, what is your major malfunction today? Yeah, we're working on conquest, dude. We're working on the conquest. I'm sure we're going to land next to some people. And then we can just, I don't know, shoot them in the face. You'll love it. It'll be great. But for right now, just haul the meals. Because this is all the food we got when we show up, folks. All the food we're going to have is what we have right now. So I really should put a door here. This is, yeah, you're overthinking it, Dave. It's not like it's going to be like this forever. You're definitely going to put some sort of leg and butt area, all right? And then more hump. So butt, legs, this is all a good time. Okay, more meals coming in. Now that's not a small amount of meals that we got going on there. There's not too many left in here. How's the Mitsuya situation? Yeah, she's still having a freak out. I think as soon as she's off freak out mode, we're out. So start... Okay, Mitsuya... Okay, I said that a little too quickly, Mitsuya. Start deconstructing all the power things. I just want to see if we can get maybe 1 or 2 components on our way out the door. We may or may not. I don't know. Nothing is being sewn. Butch, you're going to want to wake up soon. Doug, make sure you get all the tigers in play, please. So, yeah, there we go. Smog's deconstructing some things. Again, tattered apparel. Mitsuya, stop putting the stupid mask on, then. Are you not on, like, a don't put stupid clothing on kind of thing? Yeah, okay, you're on nudist. Can we edit that a little bit? So, edit nudist. Don't put bad clothing on. Make sure it is at least above, say, yeah, 52. That's a fine number. Make sure your lack of clothing is at least above 52%. I don't know how it works, Mitsuya. But make sure the clothing you're not wearing, because you're a nudist, is at least above 52%. You're very complicated. There we go. There's those components coming in. Yep, that's exact. Yep, get the steel is good too. Yep, get those. Everybody's hauling everything. This is coming down. Butch, dude, gonna want to wake up soon. I know. Actually, Lumpy, what are you doing? You're reading a book. Okay, that's neat. Smog, you're hauling a shirt. Better move. Haul the packaged survival meals. That's a much better move, kid. And Lumpy, I want to make sure we get that book inside the ship here. Wow. Can we really fly like this? Because I have what must be metric tons of stone and steel and uranium. This has got to weigh a zillion pounds. I don't know if zillion's a real number. It's probably not. I probably just made that number up. But if I had to guesstimate the number of pounds in here, I'm going to say a zillion. All right, I see a lot of meals. A lot of meals in here. I see we've put the glitter wool. Dweeb, don't have a freak out right now. What is your problem? Yeah, it's the food poisoning. You're recreation deprived. Yeah, we're leaving, kid. We're leaving. Lumpy, here's the deal. I want to make sure that we go with that book. So could you haul that chronicle, please? Is there anything else? Slow it down a little bit here. Anything else last second? Smog, you're resting. I don't know where. Okay, we're out of room. We're officially out of room in the Space Camel. No accessible spot to put it. All right, so we are completely... Wait, are we hauling one of those stupid masks? This is... Yeah, these are terrible. No, don't... It's a little late now. They've already kind of put everything in here. Okay, I should have thought of that prior to this, of making sure they're not putting anything low quality in here, but here we are. It exists, and you know what? It's just going to have to exist. We'll deal with it later. Last second things, could we maybe get... Mitsuya, you're doing a great job, kid, but we don't really need this right now. Mitsuya? Mitsuya? Could you? Why are you not obeying my commands, Mitsuya? Smog, are you obeying my commands? No? We don't seem to be able to click on the chem fuel. Okay, we'll make more. That's fine. Somebody deconstruct that. We've got all of that out of here. I'd really just like somebody... Lumpy, could you go get the components, please? Those are the pretty much last things I need. And Chella, what do you do? Oh, you're hauling a shirt. No, why don't you haul the healer mech serum instead? So haul that, please. And then deconstruct... Or either... No, we don't have any room. There's no room. You are done, Dave. You are done. The Space Camel is full. You are done. So as soon as that kid gets the components in and the healer mech serum in, we're out. Look for last second things you might want. Don't worry about tables or any other basic furniture. We're just going to take what we get. We're out of room. So what is it? What are we leaving behind here? A wooden tailor bench. I can make another one of those. That's fine. I'm sure that this is... I really should have fine-tuned this more, but we're just taking a bunch of stuff, throwing it in the truck, and leaving. We're not going to overthink this. We'd have some space up there on that shelf. And that's in. All of that stuff is in. Yep, we got all of that. What book is this? Yeah, no, Lumpy, could you move the book inside, please? Yep, haul that. Haul that in there. Put it on a shelf. Do whatever it is you want with it, kid. We're not leaving valuable books behind. And then actually, Mitsuya, can you get that mask out of there? Not really. We don't have anywhere to put it. You know, we'll figure it all out. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We're going to leave. We're out. We're done. So, yep, Lumpy's in with the book. I think we're good to go. I am leaving behind very, very, very valuable things. But we got to leave. This map sucks. And besides, I packed up the entire house. So, launch, he says optimistically. Now, how do I know if my bots and tigers are coming with me? That's really the key. Lumpy's piloting this, Beta's on backup. How do I know that my bots and I'm not leaving without my tigers? Are they just considered equipment? Travel to a remote destination. I don't care about the grab anchor. We're burning this map. I won't be able to return. 35% chance of having a minor incident. We'll cope with that. I'm taking the tigers, right? I'm definitely taking the tigers. It's got to be, right? I don't know. I actually haven't done this with animals. So we're playing Odyssey on the live stream, the actual Odyssey scenario. We don't have animals there, and we've jumped several times. We've flown away several times, but I don't have any animals to put this to the test, and I don't have a Mechanitor, so I don't know that we're taking the bots. I better show up with a minimum of 3 tigers when I land. Okay, go for it. I'm keep this in slow mode. I want to see my tigers going into the ship. Tigers, go in the ship. Bots I can remake, but I'm not giving up 3, almost 4 tigers. How do I make sure you go in here? Go in the ship. Go in the ship. We're not leaving the tigers, right? Okay, hang on. Everything stop. I need to make sure we're not leaving the tigers. I'll make more bots if it comes to it. I can make more bots. Do we pack you up? I could draft all of you. Okay, hang on. No, that's wildlife. That's not what you want. I need to make sure we're not leaving. Okay, here's an idea. Sometimes, Dave, the geniusosity just flows out of you. Here's an idea. First of all, cancel the launch for right now. Okay, yep, cancel that. It's entirely possible that we leave and we land, and then there's like 3 tigers with the potential for 4, and all my bots are there. But I am concerned by the fact that our tigers are not moving anywhere near the ship. So, we're just going to create a new zone. So, we're making a whole... Actually, this would not be a bad idea for a zone anyway. Give me a new area. And it's just the Space Camel. Alright, Space Camel Alpha. Alright, and then expand that so it's inside, the Space Camel. This would not be a bad idea anyway. There might be a time in the future where we need to retreat to the ship. So this is not a terrible idea. Put all of this like this, and then all of that. Anything in here? Yeah, all of this is fine. A silly, useless corner in there. Maybe I'll make the camel into a camel unicorn, and then I could extend up here. So that for a start. And then put all of the animals into the Space Camel, and all of the mechs into the Space Camel. Alright, all animals and mechs, please move to the Space Camel, and then we're going to relaunch the ship. I'll be danged if I am leaving here without my tigers. That is an unacceptable solution. Yeah, here they come. There we go. I'd like to say something about a Noah's Ark thing, but I got a couple of tigers and a bunch of bots who cannot self-replicate at this point. Yeah, everyone just cram in there. Okay. Do I have all three? There's the baby tiger. That's Tony with an E, and not the accent. All right, so I need to see Tony in my spaceship. All the mechs seem to be broadly in there. All right, that's probably the dumb way to do it, but it's the genius way to do it. Because you know why? It's working. And that's the nature of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. We don't know why it works. It just works. And it makes you slam your head against a wall going, dang it, I hate it when he's right. Okay, so now let's get back to launching the ship. The Tiger is asleep on the launch controls. And I would probably allow it to do that. So everybody out. All right, yeah, or everybody in, rather. Everybody in. We are out of here. We're leaving. Come on, let's move it along here. I'm much happier now because the Tigers and the bots are where they're supposed to be. Everybody go inside. Everybody file in. All right, Beta's in the co-pilot seat there. Lumpy pulling in. Are you sure you want to launch? Oh, heck yes. Yes, we are. We're very, very sure about this. So, we can get that far. I want to start moving in this direction. So, let's look at maybe this side of the map over here. So, what have we got over here? Show me terrain. We have granite and limestone. Decreased plant life. Okay, so that's going to be probably not a lot of trees, and I need to land and start chopping down trees. How about, darn, I could just get over the line here. How about down here? Got some caves. Problem with caves is caves equal bugs. And then over here, we got, oh, fertile soil. Not a huge growing time, but fertile soil, so that's going to kind of counteract that. No pollution. There's some berries on the map. This is looking pretty good. Again, I want to head in this direction so we can get over here. I have no idea what Dweeb's destiny will be. Is this going to be sort of we're going to live here now and then make flights over there? Or are we just going to kind of hop our way over there? I don't know. The important part is we're not going to be where we are right now. So that's where I want to land. Okay, we're off. The Space Camel is awkwardly taking off. Wow, that looks really so not aerodynamic. That's possibly the least aerodynamic thing I've ever seen. We're flying. And my little spaceship's going to come down here. Okay, looks like maybe somebody else just moved in and said, wow, they left a bunch of toxic waste, and now we have bad relations with them. Yeah, they weren't lying about the fertile soil, were they? Wow, there's a lot of fertile soil around here. Okay, I want to land somewhere reasonably intelligent. There's steel there, but we have steel. Ooh, looks like we could definitely get some fishing done around here. That's a very easy source of food. More steel over here. Where was that really fertile soil? There's fertile soil here, and there's a steam geyser there. So we could get into some geothermal if we wanted to live here for a long period of time. I think maybe here-ish would be a good idea. Could we land... Who? Could we land... Who? Could we land... Look at other things. There's some components down there. That's not a bad idea. Anything cool? Gold, jade, I don't know, silver. I'm seeing a quantity of steel and components on the map. Alright. I don't know what Dweeb's destiny is, and that bothers me. I really haven't seen his vision. So I don't know if we're going to live here forever, or just for right nowsies. Any other water down here? Yes. Actually, there's a good source of water, and fertile soil, and there's a geothermal thing. How about instead we set up shop, say, here? Alright, confirm that landing zone here. Oh god, this is gonna look dumb. Yeah, okay, it's mostly coming in straight. That's broadly fine. That's so not aerodynamic. Okay, we're here. Okay, everybody's slamming into pause mode. Slamming into pause mode. Tigers? Check. Yes, 3 tigers. Tony, and here are here. Mechs. Where are my mechs? Where's my mechs? Did we okay, I see the Militors. Oh, there they are. They're right there on the tab that says mechs, Dave. Yeah, they're all here. Okay, slam it again into pause mode. Everybody seems to have made it. All right, we need all the things. Yes, we need all the things. We've got a lot of work to do. All right, we're gonna... I need to think if we're gonna live here forever or not. I don't really know the answer to that question. My loose thought is probably yes. probably we're going to start to set up shop here. I'm already seeing over here we could kind of co-opt this and turn it into the beginnings of a base. Just use those walls that already exist. But for now, everyone's going to have a complete mental breakdown. Probably just because they flew in the insides of a space camel. And it's not aerodynamic. They were probably getting whipped around and just sort of smashed against things. But we can start the great unpacking next time. So that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. We've finally gone somewhere. We've gotten away from our terrible map, and we have a sentient tiger. I think that's really your takeaway, your bullet point on this one. But we will begin to rebuild Dweeb's life next time on RimWorld. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Well, once again, it's time for Dave to do something catastrophically stupid, like take on a bear. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. No, I'm not a monster. I'm a retailer. There's a difference, lady. Oh, what is that? That's like a person. Oh, hang on. Da-dum. Da-dum. Dum 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 da dum 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 da dum.